Okay, today we're going to plant garlic, and very simple. Depending on where you live in the United States will determine when you plant it. I planted mine too early last year, and you don't really want to get that much growth on them in the fall before winter comes. So today is October 16th, and we're going to get it in the ground. I think it's time. We've had a couple of light frosts. But the first thing, you get your last year's garlic or garlic from the store or from the seed house, and you just separate the cloves. Wow, that's one clove. That's a nice big one.
Let's do it again.
That's what we like. We've got two varieties here. This is Music, and I really like this variety, and you can see it has nice big cloves. And I love garlic, but it's a pain in the butt sometimes to use it in your cooking, just because of when you have 20 tiny little cloves.
You have to peel all these tiny little cloves.
So this is weird. This garlic just has, well, maybe it's 3. I think it just has 2 cloves.
I hope its babies grow that way too.
Highly unusual.
So yeah, the Music one is really big, and the other one I think we've forgotten its name.
Yeah, I don't know the name of it, and it's a good garlic, but they were really small last year, and I don't know if that is because of the variety or just because I didn't do a very good job growing it or what. But anyway, we've got them both. We're going to continue to grow both. Now here's some little tiny cloves, and you don't want to plant the little tiny ones because it's been pretty well proven through testing that little tiny cloves give you little tiny bulbs when you harvest. So and like I say, there's nothing wrong with little tiny bulbs. They're just a pain in the butt to cook with. So anyway, I think that's just
And we've started a new thing too, where we take these cloves, peel them all the way, then we put them in a jar with olive oil and put them in the fridge. And when we're ready to cook, we just take out a clove. It's already peeled. It's ready to go. You know, obviously it's a little greasy. It's got olive oil on it. And they do get a little bit translucent from being in the olive oil, but I don't notice it affecting how they cook or, anything like that.
It doesn't seem to. And boy, it makes it kind of a joy to use.
It makes it so easy that, in fact, it's kind of a problem because we are tearing through our garlic because it's so simple to use.
Show real quick how we make labels. This is just an old milk carton, and I don't really need to show anyone, but
it's good to know.
Cut it up into strips. It makes a really good label, and you don't have to buy anything. And
we had used the plastic anyways. We had bought the plastic anyways. So now we're getting a second use. But you do need a grease pen.
Yeah, and I write on it with a grease pen, or some people call it a China marker. Same thing.
Do we have one right here?
Yeah.
Here we go.
They're easy to find, and they're pretty cheap. I usually buy a whole box. I'm used to running a nursery where we used a lot of them, but I've tried permanent markers, and I can't make it ever stay readable beyond just a short time. So I know people who have good luck with that. I don't know what I do wrong.
Okay, so we've got labels for our 2 kinds of garlic.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to take them out there.
We can tell them apart based on one has purple.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be careful. Better safe than sorry.
And let's just quickly go out there and plant them. There's nothing
to
it, but
So yeah, obviously being October 16th, this is our fall garden, and a fun thing to notice is that marigolds still bloom in the fall, and nasturtiums still bloom in the fall, and zinnias, and snapdragons and roses. There's a lot. Chrysanthemums. Okay, so this is our garlic bed. This is
So,
onions here, right?
yeah, these are the Walla Walla sweets, and you want to plant those in the fall. So we sowed this seed in late August. It's better in early August, but I had trouble finding the seed. And then we transplanted them. I think it was about 3 weeks after we sowed the seed, 3 or 4 weeks. And we got two things going on. These are singulated, so there's just one plant every about 6 inches. But Walla Walla sweets, these will be 4 or 5 inches in diameter, even 6. They get huge, which is really fun to grow, but not very practical in the kitchen sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
So we planted the rest of this area in clumps, and this is the way Charles Dowding does it. And the onions are smaller, but he says he gets more pounds per square foot doing it this way, and not everyone wants a huge onion, and so we're trying it this year to see how
Try
it works.
both, and then we have the grating just so that animals don't dig it up.
Then I'm determined to have bigger garlic this year, so I got some bone meal here mixed with
Oh,
an organic fertilizer, and we're gonna put a little bit in the bottom of each hole, and see if we can't get some bigger ones. So since this is no dig, this bed had tomatoes in it for 3 years in a row, and we changed where we grow the tomatoes now. I'm not big on crop rotation, by the way.
yeah.
And so this year this was potatoes. After we harvested the potatoes in September, we planted the onions, and actually planted onions, and I had some rutabagas in this end that I just harvested today. So, and now we'll have the garlic. So just 2 crops per year out of this space. But that's not
But
bad.
we do put fresh, homemade compost each
Yeah,
year.
it's no dig. So when I dug the potatoes, I noticed the ground was very compact underneath the compost, and which really kind of shocked me. We have so many worms and whatnot. So anyway, I took a spading fork, and I didn't turn the soil. I just put it in all the way and pried it up to loosen the soil, and then put compost on it. So the soil's nice and soft. So we're just going to use the dibber. This is an old shovel handle that broke, and
That's our scientifically designed dibbler.
yeah, old men like me can do it without bending over.
Yeah, you don't have to get on your
Let's
knees.
see how easy that pushes in.
Yeah,
And this soil hasn't been, it was loosened this year.
but we haven't
But
tilled
they
it.
don't till it.
We don't even own a rototiller anymore.
So in this climate, we go about 4 inches deep. In colder climates, you may want to go deeper. But we're going to go 4 inches, and then we're going to put fertilizer in it and a little bit of soil, and then the bulb. So they're probably only going to be about 3 inches deep before we're done. So just like that, and then put just a little bit of this in each one. Kick a little bit of soil in there.
So the soil you're just tapping in from the edges, just from the.
Yeah, we just don't want the bulb directly on that. It's organic fertilizer, so it's not going to burn them. But and then you push them down in there.
And is there a top and a bottom with this? Is
Yeah, the top is pointed, and the bottom you can see has a
like an onion kind
a
of.
scar on it, kind of. So, yeah, you plant your whole year's worth of garlic in about 15 minutes. It's not that big until he wants to help.
She wants to eat it. There's fish fertilizer. There's fish meal.
There's fish meal and bone meal. So
Oh, and bone meal.
smells pretty good, I tell.
She says, "This is delicious dirt." She's into it.
Tilly.
She hasn't found the whole can of it yet.
Okay.
All right, so that's how it's done. All right, so garlic, October 16th, 2025.